Mike Zschunke, Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shifting Properties. The top of Ancala Country Club here. Oh, pretty hazy over there today. The phone really exasperates it. Anyway, we had CPI come out this morning, Consumer Price Index. It's funny, I waited till we left the house to just to see what the number was. And walking out, I said, oh, it's pretty non-eventful, which it is. But then I pulled up real quick and saw the headline, Inflation Cools, CPI less than expected. Now remember, these are expected values. But my first thought when I saw it was, it's pretty non-eventful, even a little warm. Well, what the headline on CNBC says, inflation cools, stock market down. That's kind of not true. Core CPI was up, a little warmer than expected. So the media's pushing this. Everybody's expecting the Fed to cut rates in September. This gives them reason, to hesitate. Maybe don't. But the bond market, yields dropped right on the news but then if you look back before the news came out, bonds shot up. The bond traders were expecting a different outcome. But than predicted, maybe even over trading it a little bit. But again, I just want to point out the headlines. An hour ago, I'm out on our morning run and a walk now. And the headline says inflation cools, but it didn't really. So, the media is pushing this narrative to cut rates, and there's really no reason to. We have low unemployment. We have a little bit of inflation. We put out the Chinese tariffs another 90 days. So we don't know what that effect's going to be. And I want to wrap this up and bring it around to you and I. Fed funds rate doesn't really matter. Fed funds is an overnight rate. I've said it a million times. Your mortgage, your car loan shorter, your credit cards, those are based off the 10-year note, 10-year treasury note, 30-year bond. Those are long term. So you see people talk about Fed rate cut. It's really irrelevant to you and I. But, and the 10-year note is pretty still under its 40-year average. So, don't get hung up on it. I always say, if you can buy. If you can sell. If you can afford to do this, focus on your situation. That's what we do. We sit down, we talk, and see what we can do for you. If you want to hang out a minute, there's a house over here, $3.85 million, listed by our friend Frank Azami. He just took it over from another agent. Another agent had it listed, I think, over $5 million. It's 3.85 now, I believe. It's a little further, so you got to talk to me a little bit longer if you like. But there's a lot of economic news out there. There's a lot of information. They just painted that. That looks pretty, right? Yeah. That looks nice. That one sold not too long ago. I thought that was a good deal. I don't remember the number exactly. I don't want to misquote it. But, anybody with a platform now, Twitter or Instagram, social media, anybody with a platform can just make up and say whatever they want. And if they've got a large following, that following's going to echo that across the internet. And, that's AI then picks that up. So ChatGPT, they pick up all that stuff. So there's a lot of bad information out there. And you really want to look at your situation, what happens, what matters to you. Can you buy? Can you sell? Here, I'll hurry up a minute here to get up to this property. It's nice. It's a big lot. It's back there. 3.85. I think it's a good price now. It's it came on a little high. That's why it may have been on a while. But our friend Frank Azami's got it. Here's his sign. But call me. I'd like to represent you on the buy side. Frank's a good guy, though. Fair. Frank's very fair. So anyway, that's a great property. Needs some updating, but it's a great property. It's got nice views of the valley. Ancala Country Club. And probably one of the nicer lots in the neighborhood. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to point out, don't always believe the headlines. The media has an agenda there. And it really matters what makes sense to you. If you want to buy or sell residential, commercial investments, and things like that. So give us a call. Let's talk about how we can help you. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.